Has modern life left you weak, aching and losing the muscle you once had? Most guys sacrifice physical health for career success, struggling to keep up with the kids and lacking their former strength. But after coaching thousands with suspension training, I've discovered 8 essential muscle groups separating strong men from those who just get by. So in this video, I'm going to show you 8 TRX moves that target these muscles and why you must master them to reclaim your strength. I've also created a 4-week workout plan using these exercises that you can grab for free below. But first, let me show you the proper technique for each move. To start, let me show you how to forge an indestructible back. I once had a client who was embarrassed because he could manage million-dollar projects but couldn't even lift his own kid into a car seat without wincing in pain. His wife had to do it instead, making him feel useless. Here's what was happening to him, and maybe to you too. The problem wasn't his arms or legs. It was his erectus spinae, the muscles that run up your spine like the ropes holding a sailing mast upright. They stabilize your spine during movement, keep you upright when you walk or stand, and help you lift heavy things safely. But hours hunched at a desk make those support cables go slack, and your spine becomes vulnerable and weak. That's why when you lift objects, you get that sharp back pain you can't pinpoint. So how do you strengthen them? Let me show you. Get the straps over your shoulders and take a wide stance. Squeeze your core and then slowly extend your arms out until your entire body is straight. And hold this position at the top here for 5 seconds. You should feel the middle of your back squeezing to hold you in this position. And then squeeze your abs really hard to curl in and give your abs an extra hard squeeze at the bottom, and then repeat the exercise movement. Now that you've built spinal stability, let's tackle a muscle weakness responsible for why to struggle to stand up from the floor. Ever noticed how getting up from the sofa or floor feels a lot harder than it used to? The problem isn't age, it's your quadriceps. These are the powerhouse muscles at the front of your thighs, meant to work like hydraulic pistons, driving you upward with explosive force. They do 3 crucial jobs. They straighten your knee when you walk, run, squat or jump. They lift your thigh when you climb stairs, and they keep your kneecap steady so everything moves smoothly. But when you spend hours sitting, those pistons lose their power. So you compensate with your arms, weakening your quads further, and the cycle continues. So how do you break this cycle and strengthen these hydraulic muscles? Let me show you. 1 foot at a time. Place it directly in line with the anchor. Keep your torso slightly bent over to keep the weight on your quadricep muscle. Stand on 1 foot and straighten your leg to really squeeze your quad hard. Then go down slowly over 2 seconds, lunging back as far as you can. Lightly touch the ground at the bottom and squeeze your quad to come back up over 2 seconds. And then squeeze super hard at the top again for another 2 seconds. And then repeat the exercise movement. Now that you can stand with power and grace, let's fix that weak grip and sporting arm strength. Do you now find that playing racket sports leaves your forearms burning, your grip slipping, and you miss shots you'd normally make easily? Here's what's really going on. After years of inactivity, the muscle that powers your grip has gone dormant. The brachioradialis. It's like the grip strength engine in your forearm that most people ignore, and it's also responsible for wrist stability and injury prevention. Crucial for any sport that requires pulling, gripping, or elbow strength. So when it's weak, so is your game. But how do you strengthen it and your performance? Let me show you. Get an overhand grip on the handles. Slightly lean back and start where you're going to end, which is up here, and squeeze your forearms and biceps, and then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds. Make sure to keep a slight bend at the bottom. Don't hang like this or you lose tension on the muscle. Then slowly come back up, squeezing your forearms, and at the top rotate your thumbs upwards and give an extra hard squeeze. Rotating your thumbs upwards just increases the range of motion, gets a good squeeze in the bicep and forearm muscle. And then slowly lower yourself down again over 2 seconds and repeat the exercise movement. Now that you've built grip strength, let's tackle a muscle weakness for why you get left behind on hikes. Ever find the first mile of a hike goes great, but then you're falling further behind, not because your lungs or heart can't handle it, but because your hips won't lift your legs properly? Here's what's really going on. Imagine your body is a relay team. Your hip flexors are the first runner. They're located at the front of your hips, and their main job is to lift your thigh upward. But hours spent sitting have left them tight and weak, so they fail quickly and can't drive your legs forward at pace. This leads to compensatory pain, especially in the lower back. So how do you strengthen this crucial muscle? Let me show you. Get your feet in the straps and get into a press-up position. Keep your core engaged to keep you in this position, and then focus on driving your knee towards your elbow. And at the top here, hold it and really focus on keeping it there. You want to feel like you're trying to pull the door down with your leg. And slowly back down. And then the same on the other side. Now that you can power through hiking trails, let's tackle why you lack the strength to pull furniture around with ease. By the way, if you want all 8 of these exercises structured into a complete 4-week plan, grab it below for free. It'll save you from guessing how to put this together. When was the last time you had to consistently pull something heavy? Here's the problem. Our modern lifestyle has you constantly pushing. Doors, shopping carts, lawnmowers, but rarely pulling. That's why your lat muscles, the big wing-like muscles on the sides of your back, start to fade away. Think of them like the pillars of a bridge holding up your upper body. When they weaken, everything suffers. Your pulling power in activities like climbing or moving furniture drops, your core stability decreases, and even your breathing is affected. It's also why you can't do a single pull-up or keep up with your kids on the monkey bars. So how do you strengthen them? Let me show you. Grab the handles, but put your palms upwards. I like this grip because it mimics real-life pulling. Start at the top here and squeeze your your lat muscles by driving your elbows down and back, and then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds and get a nice stretch at the bottom there. Then squeeze your lat muscles and drive your elbows back and down alongside your body till you get back to the top and give it extra hard squeeze, and then repeat the exercise movement. Now that you've strengthened your pulling foundations, let's tackle a muscle weakness leaving you vulnerable to injury just from twisting. Picture this, it's the 7th hole and already your lower back starts aching and you feel a sharp twinge in your side after an aggressive swing. Sound familiar? Well, here's what's actually happening. Your obliques have become completely dormant from years of sitting rigid. They're like your body's shock absorbers. They're crucial for rotating your body during any twisting motion, stabilizing your spine when you bend sideways, and maintaining core stability during dynamic movements. When these muscles are weak, you lose 70 yards of driving distance and put yourself at risk for side strains and chronic lower back pain. So how do you rebuild your rotational power? Let me show you. Grab the straps and get them above your head. Take a slight step inwards and then slowly extend your body out until you feel a nice stretch down the side. Then squeeze your entire core to rise back up. And at the top here, squeeze your entire core again and then repeat the exercise movement. Now that you've regained your driving power, let's tackle a muscle weakness causing you to hunch and look old. Ever get told for a photo?
Honey, can you stand up straighter? You're slouching.
But when you try, your shoulders feel locked in place. Here's what's happening. Your rear shoulder muscles should be pulling your shoulders back so your chest sticks out and you stand tall. They're also responsible for stabilizing your shoulder joint during overhead movements, but they've gone weak and dormant. Meanwhile, your chest muscles have tightened up, turning your upper body into a muscular tug of war. And right now, your weak rear delts are losing big time. This imbalance yanks your shoulders forward, locks you in a hunch, and puts strain on your neck and upper back. So how do you strengthen those rear shoulder muscles to pull your shoulders back? Let me show you. Grab the straps and raise your hands so they're in line with your nose like this. Squeeze your rear shoulders by pulling on the straps hard, then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds and stop here before your arms straighten. If they straighten, you hang and you lose tension on the rear shoulder muscle. And then squeeze to come back up and rotate your knuckles upwards as you get to the top and squeeze extra hard on those rear shoulder muscles, and then repeat the exercise movement. Now that you can stand tall with confidence, let's tackle a hidden muscle weakness that's stealing your explosive power. Imagine you own a classic Ford Mustang, except under the hood it's got the engine of a go-kart. That's your body right now. Thanks to hours of sitting, your body's real power engine, your glutes, have shut down. The glutes are a trio of muscles in your butt, supporting your posture, powering your legs, and keeping your hips stable. But all that sitting has made your glutes weak. This results in tight hamstrings and a sore lower back from simple things like standing at a sports game. So how do you wake up your glutes and get your body's engine running at full power? Let me show you. Before I show you what's next, don't forget that you can grab the 4-week workout plan for free below. It has all 8 exercises programmed so you can start building real strength immediately. Get both feet in the straps, lie on your back, and lift your bum an inch off the ground. This is your starting position. Before you move, squeeze your bum, your glutes as hard as you can, and then drive your glutes upwards and hold it there for 2 seconds, and then slowly lower it back down. But here's the thing, now that you've eliminated all the hidden weaknesses sabotaging your strength, there's still one thing missing that separates the guys who look strong from those who don't. Impressive arms. So watch this video next, and I'll show you the 4 TRX moves that target your arms from 4 different angles to build a kind of arm muscles that make people take notice, whether you're carrying groceries, playing with your kids, or just rolling up your sleeves at work.